Hey, Ohio State man, you got 3 more days. 3 more days. Then you're gonna have to. But I'm gonna leave you alone today. Lots of these helmets are starting to get flipped over. About halfway through bowl season. If you look at the games that have been played versus the games that are coming up, we're about halfway through. And great games every single day this week. I've talked about that already. So a lot of these helmets are going to start to get flipped over. One of these is going to get flipped over today. And what else? What else is today? Isn't that our Kansas game today? Arkansas and Kansas. So we got some helmets getting flipped over today. But I want to talk about the North Carolina and Oregon game today in this video. You know, I think this is going to be a pretty good game. Now, both teams are missing some players, but the well-known players, at least the most well-known player for each team, is playing. Of course, Bo Nix, quarterback Oregon, Drake Maye, quarterback North Carolina. This game is interesting to me for a lot of different reasons, but one of the reasons I'm looking forward to this one, I think you're looking at two of the top three Heisman contenders heading into next year. And I know a lot of people have varying opinions, especially when it comes to Bo Nix. And I'll be the first to admit the guy did not impress me at all in his 3 years at Auburn. And I hear a lot of people running around, well, of course he's putting up great numbers. He's in the Pac-12. Well, not every quarterback in the Pac-12 is putting up Bo Nix numbers. So he had a great year. And, regardless of what you think about him or the Pac-12, if you fast forward 2 or 3 months into February or March or whatever, and you start looking at early Heisman odds, Heisman lists, whatever, you're going to see Bo Nix on there in almost everybody's top 3 or 4. And, of course, the same for North Carolina quarterback Drake Maye. And they're both playing in this game. Let's get the dummy crap out of the way first. North Carolina's entire secondary almost is out for this game. Transfer or whatever else. They're missing, I believe, 3 of their 4 starters in the secondary. This is bad news for North Carolina because their defense wasn't very good to begin with at full strength. And now, handicapped severely in this game, especially in the secondary. With Oregon, you've got a couple of defensive guys that are out, which I do think will have an impact on this game. I think that their leading sack guy, what's his name? Johnson. I believe he's out. And Justin Flo, I think, entered the portal. So they're missing some guys on defense. North Carolina's missing some guys on defense. North Carolina's also missing their one of their best wide receivers, who has, I believe, entered the draft. I don't think he's transferring. I think he entered the draft. But so you do have some people entering the draft, some people transferring, some people opting out, some people quitting. However you want to look at it, you do have some of that. But the 2 marquee names are playing in this game. And if you like points, this is probably going to be a game for you. I can't remember what the over-under is on this game, but it's really, really high. North Carolina does have the ability to score points in bunches. Drake Maye is really, really good, both with his arm and his legs. And, of course, we saw what Bo Nix has done all year long as QB at Oregon. By far the best year of his career. Both guys, of course, coming back next year. So I think this is going to be a pretty good game. Oregon running the ball, even though North Carolina is missing the majority of their secondary, and we know Bo Nix can throw the ball, I think Oregon running the ball really is what's going to be the difference in this game. I think Oregon's going to keep North Carolina and Drake Maye off the field with their running game. Bo Nix, of course, has the ability to run too. Now, he got hurt at the end of the season, and, these coaches are kind of tight-lipped during bowl season, so we don't really know, is Bo Nix 100%? Is he close to 100%? Is he more like he was towards the end of the year where he's playing but not really able to run? We'll find out in this game. But if he's anywhere close to 100%, that's going to help Oregon in the ground game too. But I think this is going to be a pretty good game. Oregon's favored by almost 2 touchdowns in this game, and I like Oregon to win it. I think Oregon is the better team. I think they've been a better team for the entire year. And missing 3 out of your 4 starters in the secondary for North Carolina on a defense that wasn't very good to begin with, I just feel like it's going to be too much for North Carolina to overcome in this game. Both teams kind of struggled to the finish line this year. North Carolina lost their last 3 games of the year. Is that right? God, yeah, I guess they did lose their last 3 games of the year, including the ACC championship game to Clemson. Oregon lost 2 of their last 3 games of the year. So both teams kind of limped to the finish line. Both teams found themselves in or near the top 10 at various points this season, but not good finishes to the season. So this is the type of thing where if you're the coaching staff or the players that are coming back next year, you're looking to use this game to regain some positive momentum headed into the offseason, right? You want to go out on a winning note. Both teams with an opportunity to get to 10 wins here in this game, so we'll see. We'll see. I think it's going to be an entertaining game. I'm not sure how close the game will be in the end. Like I said, I would take Oregon here and lay the 13 points. Anything under 2 touchdowns, under 14, I like Oregon to win. I think they're too much offensively and defensively for North Carolina in this game. This is the Holiday Bowl, by the way, played in San Diego. Yeah, the Holiday Bowl played in San Diego. So long travel cross country for North Carolina, trip down the coast for Oregon. I don't know. Will that matter? It doesn't matter that much in bowl games. Teams go out a few days ahead of time anyway, so I don't know that the travel is that big of a deal here as far as East Coast to West Coast or whatever. But I would take Oregon in this game, lay the points. I'm excited to watch this one. 2 really good quarterbacks from this past season and 2 of the Heisman favorites heading into next season. North Carolina Tar Heels and the Oregon Ducks. A lot of people stayed mad this year that Oregon was good. I don't understand. Look, Oregon is good. It made you mad when I told you that after week 1, when Georgia beat them 49-3. It made you mad when I told you that after week 5, after week 7, after week 10, and now here we are in bowl season, and they're getting ready to take on the Tar Heels and probably finish their season with a win, getting to 10 wins, and you're just going to have to keep being mad, I guess. Oregon was good. Uncle Lou was right and you were wrong. I don't know. I can't figure out why y'all got so mad about that all year, but you did. The other thing is the Pac-12. Can we put some respect on the name of the Pac-12? The Pac-12 had a good year, people. Okay, I know it's fun to kick people when they're down, and the Pac-12's been down for a long, long time, and we've been kicking them, and that's fine. When they deserve it, kick them. The Pac-12 was a good conference this year. I spent most of this season begging y'all to watch some Pac-12 games. But you've got some legitimately good teams that came out of the Pac-12. Utah, a good team. Are they great? No. Southern Cal, really good team. Are they great? No. Utah and Southern Cal, really good teams. Great? Okay, no. But really good. Oregon, good. Oregon State, good. Washington, good. UCLA, borderline good. They looked really good first half of the season. Now compare that to the ACC. The ACC was way worse than the Pac-12 this year. This year, okay? I'm not talking about, oh, well, yeah, but the Pac-12 hadn't done this or this since this. I'm talking about just this year. The Pac-12 was better than the ACC. Oregon has played much better competition over the course of the year this season than North Carolina has. Will that matter in this game? I don't know. That's not why I'm picking Oregon to win. It's just an obvious fact that people need to understand, recognize, admit, and accept. The Pac-12 was a legitimately good conference this year. Were they the third best? You could argue they're the second best. I'd probably have them at third, but you could argue they're the second best conference. They're a legitimately good conference. I honestly feel bad for people who kind of stuck their nose up at the Pac-12 this year and didn't watch it because they've been bad in years past, or it comes on too late. Or I feel bad because you missed a lot of good football. But I'm going to take Oregon in this one. The Holiday Bowl from San Diego, Oregon versus North Carolina. Give me the Ducks. Lay the points.